The Pact of the Forest House. In a small, isolated town in Michigan, on the edge of a dense forest, stood an old, abandoned house. Local legends claimed that the house had once been the site of a dark pact with a malevolent entity. No one from the town dared to approach it, but for a group of thrill-seeking teens, the stories were nothing more than overblown myths. The beginning of the dare. On a cold October night, four friends, Mike, Liz, Danny, and Carla, decided to test the legend. Armed with flashlights, phones, and a video camera, they ventured into the forest toward the house. The air was unnaturally still, and the trees seemed to whisper secrets as they walked deeper into the woods. The house loomed before them, its windows shattered, and its wooden frame rotting. A sign nailed to the door read, "Do not enter." Ignoring the warning, Danny pushed the creaky door open. Inside, the air was stale, and strange symbols covered the walls, drawn in a substance that looked like dried blood. The Unearthed Book. In the center of the living room was a table, and on it lay a large, dusty book. The cover was made of cracked leather, and an ominous energy seemed to radiate from it. Carla hesitated, but Mike, the most daring of the group, opened the book. Its pages were filled with cryptic runes and drawings of shadowy figures. "This has to be some kind of prank," Liz said nervously. But as Mike flipped the pages, the room grew colder. Suddenly, a voice, low and guttural, echoed through the house. "Who dares disturb my rest?" The group froze. Danny dropped his flashlight, its beam revealing a dark corner where a shadow seemed to grow and take shape. It wasn't just a shadow. It had eyes, glowing red and filled with malice. The bargain. The entity spoke again. "You have trespassed where you do not belong. One of you must stay, or all of you will never leave." Panic set in as the friends argued over what to do. "We should leave now," Carla urged, but the door slammed shut on its own and the windows shattered inward, trapping them. Mike, trying to be brave, stepped forward. "We didn't mean to disturb you. We'll leave and never come back." The entity laughed, a sound like nails scraping metal. "It's too late. The book has been opened. Choose who stays, or I choose for you." The choice. The group huddled together, trembling. No one volunteered. As seconds ticked by, the entity's form became clearer. A towering figure with elongated limbs and a face that was more void than flesh. Finally, Danny broke. "We can't all die for this. Someone has to stay." His eyes darted to Carla, the most hesitant of the group. "You barely even wanted to come." Before anyone could react, the shadow lunged forward, enveloping Carla. Her scream echoed through the house as the darkness consumed her. The remaining three watched in horror, unable to move. The escape. Then, the door flew open, and the entity's voice boomed. "Leave now, and never return." Mike, Liz, and Danny didn't wait. They sprinted out of the house, through the forest, and back to the safety of their car. But as they drove away, Danny noticed something in the rearview mirror. Carla, standing at the edge of the woods, her face blank, her eyes glowing red. Epilogue. The next day, the house was gone. In its place was a scorched clearing, and in the center the book lay closed, waiting for the next curious souls. No one in the town ever saw Carla again, but on cold October nights, some say you can hear her voice, whispering from the woods, "Don't open the book."